Let's start off talking Killjoy.
Okay.
For those who don't know what's going on, can you give us what it is?
Those eagerly anticipating.
Yeah, eagerly anticipating. It's been a while.
Yeah, you might have heard about it back in 2009.
Yeah, 3 years ago when it was announced.
All right.
Oh, it's a book that it started out as a very different thing. That was actually it was a lot about kind of us growing up, being in the van, a lot of our ideals that we shared, being on tour. It actually was, even though it was about like science fiction and ray guns and stuff. But it changed over time, and it actually became, so the comic informed the album, and then the album refined the idea into what the comic has become. So you had 2 videos, and then we never got to make a third, and basically this is the third.
Yeah, so we just kind of we started with what Gerard had did with the record, and just kind of expanded on that. So now we have this entire world. And it's really kind of awesome.
Yeah.
But it started as a comic?
It did start as a comic. Yeah, actually, we got on the phone together. We were just, we like the same stuff, and we kind of share a mind creatively. I think all 3 of us do, and we like the same stuff. And she's, Becky's been on board forever. Like, since when it was a different comic, like, she did sketches just, like, for free, just like set them over, like, oh, these are what I think the characters look like. It was awesome.
But I think to the point now where I think Becky maybe knows more about this world than we actually do.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
Well, I keep making stuff up, and then I'm like, well, maybe I hope they like it. Yeah, so it's really cool to be part of the collaborative process since the beginning.
How exactly has it changed from its first iteration to
so much? It was very much. It had the energy of a '90s book, and now it has something totally new. It has a much calmer pacing.
Right.
3 stories that kind of converge.
There's almost like, for me anyway, there's like a Miyazaki kind of vibe, with kind of like Mobius a little bit too, but like, not in that, like me doing that, I guess, but that's the kind of vibe I get when I'm drawing it. There's that,
So it's gone from like 90s American to like European.
Yeah, totally.
Absolutely.
Nailed it, buddy.
Well, I'm understanding it's a genre. Sorry, we've been here for a long time. That's awesome. So, and when do we start getting to see it?
Free comic book day.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice
And then,
timing.
So that's May, I believe, and then issue 1 will be out in June.
And how much is it going to be?
The free comic day when it's
I mean how much of the comic?
6 issues.
Are we talking like $2.99? How many issues, and what are we going to look at?
6 issues.
6 issues. Yes. That's awesome.
Oh my God.
And obviously the fans of the band, are they really, is this something they've been asking you guys about? Like,
all right, in a really cool way. Like, they wanted to know. They're like, you guys all die in that second video. What happens? And I'm like, I can't tell you. we can't make the video. We ran out of money. So now it's like,
we'll give you some money.
So we got this idea that, Becky had done this drawing for a single, and it was for the song that we couldn't make the video for, and I saw it, and right away, like, I called Shaun, and I was like, look at this drawing, and it was the girl, and she was 16, and it was her grown up, the girl from the videos, and I was like, Shaun, I think this is the comic, and he's like, I think so too, and then I called her right away and was like, it's gonna be like this, and that was it.
And Becky, they were saying that you created a lot of stuff on your own for this. Are you listening to the music and sort of using that as your base, or just like straight out of the story?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely watch the videos because there's so much in there that I want to put in. And the crazy thing that it's been being involved with this, that after it became an album, was that, I mean, the fans of the album have put so much of their own into it. I mean, there's like, they write like fiction, and they make their own costumes, and they have their own characters, and there's like, coming as a fan of D&D also, I mean, it's pretty sweet. They've got their own little role-playing thing probably going on, and it's like, I respect that. And to come onto this project now, after it's evolved so much, I really want to keep people's expectations, build the world as much as I can, in keeping with the spirit of what the video set and the tone of it. And so I'm definitely keeping that in mind, that this is something that a lot of people have put a lot of their own hearts into, and thinking of their own characters, and making up their own guns, the ray guns and everything. So there's a lot of that. So it's been really cool, and it's kind of, it's almost like creatively exhausting because there's so much on every page. We've just been jamming it, packed full of stuff. So hopefully there's like a lot of cool things people can be like, oh, that was from that video, or like, oh, that's cool,
Little Easter eggs.
Yeah, like little Easter eggs, tons of stuff like that.
Oh,
Did you think you'd get back to it? I mean, it's been such a 3 years or so. Did you think?
I never lost hope, man.
Yeah.
I was like all the way. I was absolutely, this is happening. Like,
Because you hit this point where you knew you had to do it,
Right.
And I obviously want to do another Umbrella Academy series, but like I was like, I have to do this first. Like I really want to do this first. So now that this is underway, I could work on that as well.
Yeah. I did so much art for him. Like this better happen.
Yeah. So many years.
So some of the things people are asking on Twitter, is there any news with Umbrella Academy, maybe coming back in different form or
All right, yeah. So I'm writing 3 right now. So I'm writing series 3. I'm into the first issue. So, but I know Gabriel, he gets very busy. He's very popular.
Yeah.
So
he's actually on the Twitter stream right now saying he's watching.
Oh, really?
He's drawing while
wow.
He's watching. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's still working. He wants to.
We wish you were
We miss
here.
you. We miss you, Bob.
Oh, very darling. He gets busy, but it doesn't. You're still gonna.
I got busy. We both got real busy, and then I found some time to start writing. But I think he's pretty tied up a little bit. Like he's so amazing. Like he's very popular.
Yeah.
So.
And for a question from me, not the Twitter stream. Any chance of Umbrella Academy going to like another foreign TV film?
I don't know. Like it's that kind of thing where it's been optioned, and you have talks, and they're really good talks, and there's really good script, and it's kind of up to the universe,
Yeah.
I want an Umbrella Academy board game.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
Like Clue style?
Yeah, exactly.
That would be cool.
D&D's
D&D.
style?
No, I have like Clue or some like a actual
Yeah.
board. Be sweet.
Problematic level.
All right, so someone asked here, do you personally relate to members of Killjoy or Umbrella Academy? Which ones and why?
Oh. Well, I really relate to the whole Killjoys world. Obviously, like I spent a lot of time basically dressed up like one of them. So, so that was pretty fun. And I relate to all the Umbrella Academy characters personally. There's a bit of me and my brother and all my friends and the guys in the band and each of those kind of characters. So.
Awesome.
To follow up with that, another person asked, like, how has your music and real life experience affected your writing?
Oh.
Or maybe art?
Well, this is a project that it's like a big circle. Like everything affected each other. It was a comic affecting music affecting a new comic. Life and music and everything in it is affecting all of the art at the same time.
I feel like if you're not affected by the things that happen in your life, you're not really being true to, being honest with what you're doing. So.
I feel like there's a big connection between music and comics lately. A lot of musicians are making comics specifically. Why do you think that is?
I don't know.
Is it? It's just something that you
I
had
wonder
an
if it
interest
has something to do with just the visual aspect of it. Maybe
finding the visual.
Yeah, like I think with music videos and everything's progressed so much, and technology's made everything like a lot more. My little cousins are making their own videos, and they're like 13, 14.
Right.
So it's like so you have that accessible. I wonder if it's just maybe it's a more visual generation.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that's it.
I'm
I
guessing
think it's just a more visual generation.
Cool.
Here's a good one. What is each one of your best things you guys like about Comic Cons?
My suite is awesome.
It's not part of the convention, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
well it is
personal.
technically.
I guess so.
It's part of it.
Yeah.
It's part of my experience is being in the suite, looking at the convention, not being at the convention.
So your favorite is to quietly observe from a long distance away.
Just like this.
Yeah.
I like going to see my friends. It's like this is one of the first conventions I've been at a table at. So I've just been walking around hanging out, and it's been like the best con. Like I just spent a while hanging out with Ming Doyle, my homegirl down in Artist Alley, and she let me use her ink and everything, so we're drawing together. It's nice. She started her sandwich. So it's been like people I don't get to see very often. That at a normal con I just be like, hi, I gotta go by. I have so many commissions to finish, and then so this has been a good kind of relaxing show for me.
Relaxing con.
Yeah. Well.
It's
When
like
I'm
the
not
biggest,
on
craziest
when I'm
con.
not on the floor, it's
This
pretty
is the
relaxing. When I have to
craziest
actually
floor I've
walk
ever
around,
seen.
it's,
Yeah. This is where I come to relax. Right in the center of this 1,000 people. On
this is crazier than San Diego.
It is.
Like, I feel like
it's packed. It's more compressed.
yeah, and getting from Artist Alley to anywhere else, which I love Artist Alley. It's great. It's quiet, it's spacious.
Yeah.
It smells nice.
Favorite con thing about
I
the
don't
con?
know, man. I mean, this room's kind of cool. Like,
Yeah.
just kind of
Observing? Yeah.
checking everything out. It's kind of nuts down there. Like you can't breathe sometimes. As
Yeah.
we're trying to come up here and do this stuff, it gets a little crazy.
Yeah.
Like we lost Gerard, so me and Becky had to run up. You know,
Yeah, and then some kid comes by with this giant sword and like whacks us. Both. We had to go to the ER before we came up here and
You did
put our noses back together.
They look great.
Yeah, thank you.
It's
This is
really,
new.
you can barely see the scars.
Yeah.
So last one from Twitter here. What does it mean to you, and maybe what's your favorite part of working on a comic?
Oh man, my favorite thing about comics and working on them is absolutely anything is possible, and pretty much nobody can tell you what to do. You know.
That's awesome.
Nice.
I like all of it, but I think I like the finished product the best. Like when you get it, and then when you open it up, and when you get your box of comps, and it's come right from the printer, and you get that first smell of the books. There's that like.
Yeah.
It's a satisfying feeling. I think because I enjoy the whole process so much. When it finally comes together, it's like this is all.
It's all distilled in that smell.
Yeah,
Just
that
the
smell
right
kind of just
smell.
says everything. It's a
That's
good
awesome.
good feeling.
That's cool.
I have to agree with Gerard. I mean, I like the fact that there's no rules. However, writing the scripts and your head is so into this, and finally getting pencils from Becky, it's like that's a huge moment too. Like seeing that world that's been in your heads finally come together, and it's like here it is. Like that was pretty huge to get that.
Yeah, that's like the reward.
Yeah.
For me, that moment is
pressure.
like so, it's so intense. It's like the opposite. Like I send in my
you send
pencils,
it
and
to
I'm
them.
like, oh God, what if they hate it?
haven't
What if
written
they
back
change
yet, what
everything?
haven't
So until I get a letter back being like, it's all cool, I'm like,
Oh, nice. Letters. I like the sound of that. Because I like the idea you write elaborate letters to me.
Right.
Yeah, like, I love the
It's got a little quill.
Yeah.
my dear Mr. Way.
Awesome. Well, thanks for talking
Thank
to
you
us,
guys.
guys.
Thank
We're
you.
looking
Yeah.
forward to it.
Yeah,
And
we
you guys,
can't wait.
stay tuned for plenty more from Comic-Con.